How are you feeling after yesterday? It's a super exciting finish and had a few days to reflect. How are you feeling?
Yeah, like I've always joked that I've wanted to be in a sprint finish in a triathlon, so I've done it. Didn't quite pan out the way I thought it would, but yeah, like obviously it made me. I obviously did leave everything out there. I'm sure I will be analysing this race for years to come, but yeah, I obviously gave it as everything I could and pushed all the way to the line. I'm not sure I believe Nikki early enough that we were actually near them, because she was always going, yeah, we're gonna get this. So I'm not sure I really believed her. It was only until we were literally on the blue carpet and we got close to them, I was like, oh wow, okay, we really are quite close. Yeah, so our plan to swim was to try and have a solid swim, but ideally probably just get on Melissa and Hazel's feet. So the swim did feel quite chilled. It turned out we weren't actually on Melissa and Hazel's feet, we were on the Australian's feet when we came out, but Melissa and Hazel were just in front of us. So that was kind of as expected. So it felt quite easy to swim. And I think, but then that was because we were swimming on feet. Good solid like transition, felt relaxed. And then yeah, like just worked so hard on the bike, so much so I was sick. I don't know if that was the water quality of the swim or not, but certainly gave it everything on the bike. We got caught up a few times, which is not used to in our racing with motorbikes. Normally we wouldn't have anyone filming, so we kept getting stuck behind motorbikes at times, but yeah, the bike was fast. Yeah, and I think normally in our racing we're so used to catching quite a few of the B1s on the bike because that's our strength, and the bike was just so fast, like so quick and fast, that no one was really getting good time, like making time into people. And then yeah, I got onto the run after a dodgy transition on my behalf. Yeah, and just like our plan was, because I've obviously been injured, my plan was to try and build into the run, kind of see how it was going to feel, and also not to get carried away, because when you're chasing, like you pretend like you could just like, right, I've got to go really hard. But yeah, we just tried to build into it, and obviously we're gradually then picking the totally blind athletes off, but just ran out of road.
How did I suppose, you've done some heat training, you spent some time beforehand. Was the heat what you expected? I know you had a few days to acclimatise in Japan with that. Do you think that had effect on everyone on the race overall as well?
Yeah, it will have done. I actually feel like we were so prepared for the heat, and we had such good cooling strategies on the course that for me the heat felt better, like more manageable than it did in Rio. I think we were not prepared for how it was going to feel in Rio. I didn't get sunburnt, which is what happened in Rio. So like I think my triple layer sun cream technique worked, but definitely like the cooling strategy, we were getting ice packs from our team every lap on the run, and putting them down to keep cool. And then like the amount of water and aid stations on the run, yeah, I felt like we were way more prepared than ever before.
Obviously it's been a really tough 2 years with COVID being in and out of the pool, and then obviously some bumps and bruises along the way personally. How much of an achievement do you think for yourself, especially on the last couple of weeks, just getting to the start line, and then what did it mean to you just almost hear the horn go?
Yeah, like when I got my own virus in 2019 and got pericarditis, like there were so many times with that, I just thought, I haven't got the mentality to keep going with this, it's too hard to get back. And when you finally I did get back and we were looking good for the start of the 2020 season, and then COVID hit and then we crashed. Like there's so many times in this 2 years I've gone, this is too hard, I don't want to do this anymore. But Jack has kept me going through all of this, keep saying you'll regret it if you don't, keep pushing. And when I was on the M6 on the way up to Loughborough from Stirling, and standing up was no longer relieving the pain I had in my back, I just told Jack to take me home, and he was like, we're closer to Loughborough, you're doing this, you're going to get to the games. And I didn't believe him, I genuinely thought it was game over. So when I was on that start line and we were like in the water, I was kind of like, yeah, I've made it. And loads of the staff, like the physiologist, the physio out here, they were so encouraging. They kept making me seeing all the improvements I was making on the holding camp each day, and made me believe that I was going to be on that start line and I was going to be in a position to challenge for a medal. And I did do that. And I guess I can't really ask for anything else.
What was Nikki saying to you on the run? How was she sort of telling you what was going on?
Oh, she was talking the whole time. The course was quite challenging, so like there's quite a lot of like uneven bits. So she was talking obviously all that through, but she's just always reminding me to keep to our plan was what she was saying the whole time. But yeah, she was always like, yeah, we've got this. But then it's hard to then believe it when you can't see it, and she's literally saying it all the time. To really believe that you are going to catch. I think it was until we caught the Canadians that I started to think, oh, actually, we really are running, like we are running quicker than anyone else. Like this could happen.
And how's it compared to Rio? How's the two experiences compared?
So we're not in the athlete village. We're in a hotel, which has been amazing from a logistical point of view. It meant we've been able to be chaperoned to the race site rather than waiting for buses and things. And this actually feels very similar to Rio because we were in a hotel then too. And although we were wearing masks in the team room, we're still feel very, very, very similar to it did last time. The difference being now we're going to get shipped off back home, whereas before we got to go into the village and go and watch all the different sports and really feel part of Paralympics GB. So I think that's the thing that's going to feel strange, almost more of an anticlimax, that we're just going to go home and get back to training.
And how was it watching it today? Were you able to go down to the course, or were you able to just watch, like, did the team who raced yesterday all watch together?
So everyone with an accreditation, an athlete accreditation that wasn't obviously staff already working on this, we were able to go and watch. So yeah, it was incredible. To watch the guys, because obviously they did fantastic today. So like I think my throat is hoarse from cheering for George especially. But yeah, incredibly proud.
What's your plans now for like next year? Does your focus switch a little bit, and you're thinking about Birmingham on the horizon?
Yeah, I mean, I think I need time to kind of digest everything that's happened, but we've still got a couple of races to happen this year. We've got Europeans, and in theory there's still rumours that Worlds could happen potentially in Abu Dhabi. So I need a 3rd-point score for the year, so I'll be definitely doing one of them so that I can make sure I get starts for the following year, so that ultimately Commonwealth is my focus, and then we'll review again after that.
What would you say to anyone who's watched either watched yourself 2 nights ago or watched last night or this morning and wanting to get into paratriathlon as an athlete or as a guide?
It is an incredible sport, and I haven't obviously seen what the coverage was like, but I really hope it showed just how exciting our racing can be, like the different dynamics of paratriathlon. It is really cool. Like, to me, the ultimate performance today was the wheelchair women. Like, their finish was absolutely incredible, and that really highlights just how exciting our sport can be. So yeah, if you're thinking, oh, I can swim or I can bike, it doesn't matter if you can't do all 3, you'll learn to do the one that you're not good at. So definitely have a go.